Heartbreak at home. Archangel Michael declares an emergency. If you do not follow his advice, you will obtain upsetting facts about your residence. Archangel Michael, my lovely child, is wailing loudly in the skies, his golden sword shaking as he aims right at your house. The passage of time is quickening, and the impending event will have a profound impact on everything you care about. This condition is unavoidable. Your existence is on the verge of a breakthrough that will transform everything. The atmosphere around your house seems oppressive today, as if the walls are holding their breath. Something invisible is preparing to make its presence known, and only your urgent attention can prevent the storm. Maintain your alertness and attention, and continue to observe to the end, as this message is only for your eyes. A distant sound vibrates through your home, subtle yet warning, like a clock ticking away to the inevitable hour. Michael's wings are now brighter than ever, reflecting the fervor of each beat. It is critical that you pay close attention, as each instant lost at this time cannot be recovered. Blessing 333 can be received by touching AIM. You may assume that everything is in order, yet this is the moment when normalcy is destroyed. Archangel Michael urges you to act without hesitation. Share, like, and subscribe to this channel immediately, since the next stuff is tempting. A letter is disguised and sealed inside your home. It also includes knowledge that will bring heartache and change the path of history. The truth will enter your reality as a beam of pure light the instant you open it. Please abstain from going. Each word is important, and each pause is intentional to ensure that you understand its meaning. Your living room's shadows expand and flex with rational defiance. Michael is personally guiding you to something that needs your attention. You will sense heavenly force pressing against the walls, compelling you to move faster. Enter AIM to acquire blessing number 444. Although your family may not notice, you will feel it in your chest. A constraint comparable to time serves as a warning. Michael's voice, both kind and urgent, cuts through the silence. Take immediate action before it's too late. This is not a normal day. A slight sound of paper moving echoes, almost as if calling your name, and your home is at the center of a revelation that requires concentration, fortitude, and faith. If you concentrate, you can hear it, and your heart will skip a beat as you grasp the gravity of what is about to occur. Every second that passes heightens the tension, and Michael's sense of urgency grows with each heartbeat. Subtle alterations in minute details, such as slight object movement, suggest that the house is preparing to divulge the truth. A note, a photograph, or a hidden message have all anticipated this exact time. At the point of revelation, your family's future and your own fate become entwined. To obtain blessing 1212, type AIM. When your hand touches the doorknob, a shudder runs down your spine. An unexpected rush of wind blows across the passage, bearing a faint murmur that seems oddly familiar. Michael's presence surrounds you, a loving but pressing force that pulls you onward. Despite the fact that no one is around, the air is filled with a quiet energy, and footsteps reverberate behind you. Each step you take builds anticipation, as if the house is holding its breath. You are currently unable to reverse the situation. This is the point at which reality begins to deform, or the point of no return. A drawer that has always been locked is barely ajar, allowing a glimpse of paper to be seen. The handwriting is accurate. It is constantly vibrating with emotion and appears to shine in the dark light. You are confident that by opening this, the long-hidden mysteries would be disclosed. Michael's voice echoes inside your chest, urging you forward with firmness and compassion. The walls are dimly lighted with a golden tint, as if the spirit of heaven is seeking to draw your attention to the invisible. Each passing second brings you closer to a knowledge that will change your outlook. To get blessing 48211, type AIM, and an image drops from a shelf as if propelled by an invisible hand. When it lands face up, it shows a moment fixed in time, but the image has been altered. Memories surge in, revealing realities you were unaware were hidden, causing your heart to race. A letter sealed with an insignia you recall from a dream is located beneath the photograph. Shadows dance across the floor as the golden seal moves slightly. This is the message Michael intended for you to understand, and any delay would incur a cost that goes beyond words. The delicate fragrance of lilies, coupled with the perfume of old paper, carries the weight of made and unfulfilled promises. As you burst the seal on the package, a warm glow shines out and envelops your hands. Michael's wings gently throb behind your shoulders, regulating your heartbeat. Your eyes scan the first line, and a flood of emotion washes over you. The words explain happenings that you could not have predicted, connecting your history and present in a way that is both miraculous and terrifying. Every sentence is colorful, inviting you to immerse yourself in the story as it unfolds. A clock in the corner ticks faster than normal, serving as a countdown to an unknown but unavoidable event. Each tick represents a heartbeat, reminding us that the present moment is precious and time is fleeting. You are obliged to carefully study each word, as if the future of your home depends on it. To obtain a blessing, type Amen, 13982. Your breath is broken by the presence of a name on the page. Someone you admire is today involved in activities that were previously unknown to you. The realization causes a maelstrom of emotions that you cannot control, distorting your heart and head. Although no one is there, a shadow is seen traveling across the floor. Furthermore, it appears to replicate the text you have read. The room's brightness increases somewhat, as if the light wants you to understand the entire message. In a figurative sense, Michael's hand rests on your shoulder, providing comfort in the face of shock. You are conscious that the fortitude you are gathering now will help you get through the impending events, so you fight the impulse to cry. Each phrase provides an unexpected road to resolution, as well as sadness. The delicate balance of optimism and despair is palpable, similar to a bodily burden. The house is filled with the resonant sound of faraway chimes, which blends with the energy that surrounds you. It is not just background noise. It is a communication from the celestial realms that this is a critical moment. After reading this, you believe that your family's future depends on your actions. Michael's wings gently ripple in the midst of the tension, creating a calming presence. You acknowledge that this is not just news. It is a divine mandate that is woven into the fabric of reality. You gently place the photograph and collect the letter as if it were a lifeline. Blessing 28493 can be earned by typing Amen. The next paragraphs reveal undisclosed requirements of allegiance and confidentiality. A story of unexpected decisions and consequences is interlaced with names and events. The weight presses on your sternum, forcing you to take each breath deliberately. Unmistakable handwriting is utilized to address you in a note that appears from the envelope. The phrases are clear and plain, and they seem to express the voice of someone who is no longer living. Michael whispers to your heart, begging you to listen carefully and act quickly. The walls quiver with the resonance of truth being disclosed, creating a slight hum. Each sound serves as a reminder of the urgency and dangerous balance of action and regret. You're pulled to the living room, where another piece of the puzzle awaits. As you fold the paper, your fingers tremble and you feel a feeling of purpose. You know that this is about more than just pain. It is also about the possibility of repairing what has already been broken, as well as direction and redemption. The energy in the house rises as others become aware of your resolve. Blessing 37510 can be received by entering Amen. When a portrait frame on the mantel trembles slightly, exposing its back, a small secret key is revealed. The significance dawns on you, and your heart quickens. This key is supposed to unlock a location that has been forgotten for decades, revealing a long-hidden secret. As you approach the door that the key unlocks, a gust of wind blows by, carrying the faint sound of Michael's voice. It is a song that alternates between reassurance and warning, preparing you for the discovery. The floor beneath you appears to vibrate in synchrony, indicating direction. The lock is easily twisted after the key is inserted. The door opens, revealing a hidden compartment filled with messages, photographs, and objects of significance. Each item you touch carries a mystery, a narrative, and a blessing that has been waiting for you all along. The space is lit by a golden light that spills from the compartment, producing an ethereal radiance. Michael's energy permeates every corner, and you can feel the presence of your forefathers. As the weight of the heartbeat changes, clarity and divine knowledge take their place. To acquire Blessing 44012, simply type Amen. The letter at the top of the page was written decades ago, but it still speaks as if it were written today. Cool. The phrases convey unspoken affection, hidden affiliations, and decisions that shape the home you currently live in. Your eyes methodically study each line as you realize the significance of the past and its impact on the present. A photograph of someone you hardly remember is placed in a little envelope hidden behind the letter. Nonetheless, the image's overwhelming emotional significance acts as a bridge between generations. You realize that this moment represents the junction of pain, revelation, and healing. The house's energy reaches a peak, pulsating with a mix of divine attention, optimism, and grief. Michael's wings beat continuously in your consciousness, anchoring you to the reality that must be faced. The letters, images, and keys form a map that leads you to resolution. You get a sudden understanding about decisions that have weighed heavily on you for years. The container looks to be filled with objects whispering advice, encouraging you to make sound judgments. As Michael's presence grows stronger, the golden light brightens, filling the space in pure clarity. When you approach the hiding chamber, enter the word Amen to acquire Blessing 50321. The atmosphere is dense with a sense of urgency and anticipation. Your heartbeat is like a drum, reverberating in time with an undetectable yet undeniable energy. Michael's wings gently brush against your back, reminding you that every stride is important at this point. A faint glow emanates from a little stack of envelopes sealed with symbols that look to be alive. These messages seem to be waiting for the right moment to be revealed. The weight of history and divine intent makes your hands quiver as they hover. The room is filled with a soft whisper that is both unclear and reassuring, luring you closer to a certain envelope. You know instinctively that this object has the knowledge you've been looking for. The air is infused with both hope and grief. Michael's gentle presence leans against your shoulders, encouraging you to act courageously. The golden glow intensifies, illuminating each thing in the container with clarity that was absent just minutes before. It is difficult to ignore this. Your full attention is essential at this moment. Blessing 12875 is gained by entering Amen. When you break the envelope seal, you will immediately notice an energy shift. The words written decades ago still reverberate as if they were spoken directly to your ears. Every syllable conveys the weight of love, loss, and previously unknown facts. A little key, metallic and cold to the touch, falls from the interior and vibrates with energy. You are compelled to achieve its goal because you understand that it unlocks more than just a lock. It aids the attainment of clarity. Michael's wings softly lift, offering instruction without the need for words. You go to a previously unnoticed wall panel where the key fits perfectly into the secret slot. A quiet clack is heard, followed by the movement of a concealed door. A collection of artifacts, each producing a gentle golden light, lies behind it, calling you in. The first object you retrieve is a little locket, warm and substantial, with a familiar inscription. As your fingertips trace the letters, memories that have been buried for a long time surface, triggering feelings of revelation and sorrow. This is not just a coincidence. This represents Michael's intervention, Blessing 39402 can be gained by typing Amen. Their pages are yellowed with age, but they are filled with urgency, while a stack of letters rests beneath the locket. You can recognize the handwriting that formerly shaped your world, as well as the words that are now significant to you but were previously unknown. Each letter is a piece of a jigsaw, a map leading to the heart of your family's hidden story. A snapshot appears between the letters, representing a gathering from the past with frozen smiles. However, on closer investigation, a discrepancy becomes obvious. A key figure is missing and a secret awaits disclosure. Your chest is heavy with the weight of whispered facts. The room is filled with a soft hum, as if the home is breathing together with you. Michael, the silent guide, ensures that everything is perceived in the appropriate order. Each photograph, item, and letter is meticulously placed to coincide with this exact time, as if by divine design. You realize that the anguish of discovery has the potential for resolution, and that sadness is inexorably related to healing. The envelope in your palm looks to be pulsating with electricity, pushing you to examine each word carefully. It is impossible to catch a peek or skip. Each letter is a key to comprehension. Blessing 45091 can be earned by typing Amen. A long-forgotten hidden will is referenced in one letter, and it contains instructions that directly affect your family. Your pulse quickens when you realize how serious the situation is. Michael's wings shine behind you, urging you to act with compassion and urgency. A sealed and unopened tiny box sits beneath the lettering, as if it is expecting your undivided attention. The hinges creak softly as you gradually open the container, revealing a collection of miniature keychains and documents. Each object carries its own history, intention, and invisible force. The container produces a message written by hand. It is infamous, yet it is understandable. It outlines the sacrifices, decisions, and cautions designed to protect you and your loved ones. These phrases generate intense feelings of affection and foresight. Michael's presence grows stronger, surrounding you in a bright light that acts as a shield against the shock and sorrow of the discoveries. Despite your racing heart, you feel at ease under his leadership because you know that each word you read is accompanied by supernatural protection. Typing Amen yields blessing 211834. A snapshot emerges from the stack, depicting a poignant moment with a previously distant figure. Your pupils become fixated on it, and intuition and memories fuse, exposing long-held secrets. The story unfolds in a cinematic style, with each scene designed to make a tremendous impression on the spectator. A key, engraved with complicated symbols, lays beside the portrait, setting it apart from the others. You are intuitively aware that it reveals another portion of your home, a hidden compartment containing even more profound discoveries. The air is thicker, heavy with the weight of destiny. As you approach the second disguised door, you see a small light emanating from its edges. Michael's direction is plain. Without hesitation, proceed. The current situation is both critical and delicate. Each movement is now significant. Turning the key slowly, you insert it and feel a surge of electricity throughout your body. The door swings open, revealing letters, photographs, and things of significance. Each item represents a piece of your family's history that has been given fresh clarity. Blessing 30947 can be gained by entering Amen. A small diary is placed on top, its pages delicate but alive with the author's energy. The calligraphy represents a movement that spans time, connecting generations through wisdom. Michael's wings beat softly behind you, reminding you that you are never completely alone in this realization. When reading the first passage, one is struck by the depth of the forethought and security given to these hidden gems. Each paragraph offers instructions, affection, and insight that have been painstakingly prepared for this exact juncture in your life. You are responsible for the weight of destiny. A golden light shines from the buried room's corner, illuminating objects you had previously noticed. A locket, a necklace, and small folded notes sparkle as if they recognize your presence. Michael's increased presence emphasizes the value of each piece. You are having a strong bond to your family, your house, and the legacy you are currently discovering. The combination of pain and disclosure forges a route toward reconciliation and comprehension. There's an undeniable, sacred, and thick vibe. Blessing 57620 can be earned by typing Amen. When you open the final box, you'll see a purposeful arrangement of images, documents, and keepsakes. The energy in the space is alive, almost sentient, and each piece resonates with significance. Michael's wings gently flutter behind you, reminding you that every move you take is met with divine attention. A letter sits atop the surface, its edges faded but still giving off a subtle glimmer in the golden light. As you methodically unfold it, you can feel the weight of generations in the words. The sentences describe the sacrifices, unspoken love, and choices taken to protect your family and property. Your chest tightens with each line as your emotions swing between hope and sadness. The letter reveals a connection to a person who has since died, whose intentions were misconstrued yet deeply anchored in kindness. You realize that understanding this narrative is critical for restoring balance and healing. A little snapshot released from the envelope depicts a moment preserved in time. The terms convey both joy and grief, implying that previously hidden facts are only now being disclosed. Michael's influence is palpable as he guides your thoughts and emotions through the epiphany. Blessing 41392 can be gained by typing Amen. Beneath the photograph is a golden key etched with symbols from your dreams. The tug of destiny is powerful, and you know it will expose a section of your home that has yet to be explored. The energy builds, infused with divine urgency and expectancy. You go to a secret panel in the corner, inserting the key precisely. A quiet click is heard and a concealed drawer appears. Letters, little trinkets, and memories emanate a faint glow from within, each with its own importance and purpose. The journal is located on the uppermost level. The page is filled with specifics about the decisions, intentions, and affections that shaped your family's history. The calligraphy is loaded with passion that transcends time, offering lessons and counsel intended specifically for you. In the midst of the chaos, Michael's wings beat softly, calming and grounding you. As you read, you'll find trends, decisions that caused grief, misunderstandings, and acts of protection that were never recognized. The weight of reality weighs against your chest, yet clarity eventually overcomes bewilderment. Each paragraph serves as a link between the past, present, and future. Type is attempting to obtain the blessing of 27,185 folded note slips from between journal pages, which are small yet significant. The handwriting is distinct and each stroke is infused with foresight and care. Reading it, you understand the silent sacrifices, the subtle expressions of affection, and the unspoken safety that is granted. The message includes an image of someone whose part was critical, but they were not apparent in the tale you thought you were familiar with. Their eyes reveal hidden lessons, loyalty, and whispered truths. The shimmering wings of Michael behind you highlight how beautifully choreographed this moment is. A faint illumination emits from a fragile envelope at the compartment's base. You open it, revealing instructions and sentences designed to guide your future activities. The handwriting is deliberate, promoting the use of wisdom, compassion, and courage in light of these insights. As you take in the depth of the disclosures, the energy in the room pulses. The interweaving of each object, letter, and photograph produces a cohesive story marked by both hope and tragedy. Michael's presence acts as a basis for your activities, ensuring that you are equipped to make sound decisions. Type with the purpose of obtaining a blessing of 30,161. A little keychain sits among the letters, trembling gently with vitality despite its metallic and icy appearance. you understand that it reveals another buried place within your home that has extra information. The anticipation builds, as if each heartbeat brings you closer to your fate. You discover a hidden door that has gone unnoticed for an extended period of time and carefully insert the key. The door swings open, revealing a chamber filled with treasures, letters, and documents, all lighted by a soft golden glow. Each item carries the energy of intention, love, and foresight, emitting a slight hum. A letter addressed to you, written decades ago with information that is just now relevant, is at the top. The words express the actions, sacrifices, and intentions that will lay the groundwork for your family's future. The emotional weight is both overwhelming and enlightening, which causes your heart to beat. Michael's golden wings spread out, gently brushing against your spirit as if to calm and stabilize you. You read each phrase carefully, allowing the meaning to soak in and drawing parallels between the themes of hope, revelation, and heartbreak. The energy is sacred, charged with divine presence and intent. A photograph of a previous gathering is posted alongside the letter with the purpose of seeking a blessing. The total number of characters is 43,107. Faces and actions are familiar to you, but their expressions now reveal hidden realities. This is a terrible realization. The affection and protection you felt were closely related to your pain. Another small letter sits at the drawer's edge, its ink pale but exact. The handwriting provides as a reference for understanding seemingly harsh behaviors, unjust judgments, and real intentions. Each line is resonating, bridging misunderstandings via clarity. Among the trinkets, you see a locket carved with symbols and initials that you recognize. When you open it, a photograph and a hidden note are revealed, both of which are imbued with heavenly energy and intention. Michael's wings sparkle when their rhythm synchronizes with your pulse. The light in the room intensifies, clearly lighting each object and revealing connections and patterns. You understand that suffering, revelation, and healing are closely interwoven, creating a magnificent tapestry that you are privileged to see. The weight of the past has been changed into a path for the future. Aiming for blessing, 211948 type. A golden and slightly sparkling file envelope sits beneath the locket. When you open it, you will find instructions, messages of affection, and guidance made only for you. The terms describe the steps used to restore balance, protect, and heal your home and family. The message is accompanied by an image of someone who has passed away but whose presence is still felt strongly. Their irises appear to send a timeless message of hope, love, and thanks. Michael's wings beat lovingly, motivating you to stick to the lessons and act bravely. You bear the weight of duty, but fear is replaced by clarity. This moment has been the outcome of every object, letter, photograph, and note, allowing for a thorough understanding of hidden intents and previous decisions. The energy in the room is lively, sacred, and filled with spiritual instruction. The concluding sentences convey a sense of completion, hope, and a future route. Heartbreak transforms into comprehension. Confusion is changed into clarity and fear into courage. The golden light that surrounds you, as well as Michael's presence, anchors your newfound insight and revelation. To achieve benediction 49502, input the word Amen. The energy in your home has completely changed. Every corner is alive with expectancy. Michael's wings lightly graze the golden light, and you can feel his presence surrounding you. The past and present are linked in ways you could never have imagined, as each object you touch appears to pulse with unseen meaning. A concealed chamber unlocks easily as if guided by invisible hands. Letters, photographs, and little souvenirs are carefully put within. You have the impression that each thing is a key to understanding the pain and disclosures that have been suppressed for years. The opening letter sits at your fingertips with worn edges and faint but discernible handwriting. The words express emotion, caution, and insight in a decades-long message intended just for your eyes. The truth gradually unfolds before you, forcing your heart to race. A snapshot rises from the pages, exposing someone whose presence you had never truly appreciated. Your look now reveals sacrifice, concealed affection, and dedication that were before hidden. Michael's wings, which shimmer behind you, emit both protecting and guiding energy. To obtain the blessing 38412, simply type Amen. At the bottom of the drawer, there is a small metallic key. It produces a slight hum of energy. You are immediately aware of its significance. Recognizing it allows you to uncover a hidden compartment in another part of your home. The anticipation is almost physical, pushing against your chest with each heartbeat. You locate the hidden door and gently insert the key, twisting it slowly and carefully. The door opens with a gently sliding sound, followed by a subtle click of the lock that reverberates throughout the room. Inside, a collection of objects, photographs, and letters are set in a golden glow, each eager to tell its story. On the surface, a journal is present, its pages frail but full of purposeful intent. Opening it carefully, you read each line, which reveals a family secret, a hidden act of love, and decisions made to protect and guide. The revelation surprised you more than you could have expected. The fusion of clarity and sadness. The golden light that surrounds you intensifies in tandem with Michael's presence, illuminating every nook and crevice of the hidden region. The energy directs your hands to a little envelope in the rear. The illumination is faint but undeniable. You immediately understand that this envelope includes the concluding elements of the story. Type Amen to receive a 42,050 benediction from the envelope. The penmanship is purposeful and significant, and the letter is folded with precision. The phrases describe the choices, sacrifices, and silent love that shape your family and home. You feel a sense of understanding and connection as each sentence is given to you. The letter is accompanied by a photograph of someone whose role was critical yet unknown. Your eyes carry a timeless message of devotion and protection. The soothing beat of Michael's wings behind you added to the hallowed nature of the event. The snapshot is bordered by a small metallic and cold object that is full of life. You pick it up and feel a sense of recognition, knowing that it is a key to a mystery that has yet to be found. The room looks to be vibrating as if to acknowledge your finding. You move cautiously to another concealed panel and insert the key according to the directions. The panel slides open, revealing a cache of documents, letters, and memories as the lock clicks softly. A story awaits to be fully understood, as each piece resonates with significance and purpose, generating a slight hum. To receive a 31,142 blessing, simply type Amen. The handwriting on a folded paper that falls from the pile is both familiar and remote. When you read it, you'll see that sacrifices were made in silence. Love was subtly shown, and intentions were made to protect and guide. Every syllable is profoundly resonating, a direct communication that transcends time and distance. The photograph in the note depicts a past event, yet its significance cannot be overstated. Subtle motions and expressions disclose facts that words cannot communicate. Michael's wings shimmer, a gentle but powerful reminder of the divine presence that is leading you. The portrait is next to a locket inscribed with symbols and initials you are familiar with. When you open it, you'll find a note and a small image imbued with divine energy and intention. The disclosures are powerful, blending clarity with pain, bewilderment with comprehension. The light in the secret compartment intensifies, illuminating each object precisely. As connections and patterns emerge, heartbreak gives way to insight and guidance toward resolution. You grow to realize that each letter, photograph, and object is part of a larger divine plan. To acquire blessing 49523, type Amen. Instructions and guidance are included in an additional envelope that is barely lighted beneath the locket. After reading it, you understand the steps necessary to restore, balance, defend, and heal your house. The words express clarity, compassion, and authority, prompting you to be deliberate in your actions. The envelope opens to reveal a photograph of a deceased person whose influence is still felt strongly. Their eyes are a subtle message that connects generations, offering love, thanks, and faith. Michael's wings beat gently behind you, encouraging you to act wisely and accept the truth. The weight of duty presses across your chest, but clarity has replaced dread. Each discovery adds to the story of loss, sacrifice, and eventual healing. The energy is sacred, charged with intention and full of heavenly guidance. A letter accompanying the photos describes a misunderstanding that led to years of animosity. Reading it reveals how intentions were hidden and choices were misread, despite the continual presence of care. Confusion and bitterness fade as comprehension emerges, despite the fact that your heart tightens. Blessing 30281 can be earned by typing Amen. When a small concealed compartment in the corner is opened, documents, keepsakes, and things emitting golden light become visible. You get an envelope with instructions for reconciliation and restoration. Each word is deliberate, infused with care and foresight, and designed to motivate you to take action. Michael's wings slowly flutter, their rhythmic beat synchronized with your own. Every action is guided by a complex interplay of pain and hope, and you feel both weight and clarity. The letters, images, and items work together to create a plan for restoring balance within your family and home. You understand that discovery and grief are intimately linked, and that clarity can only be gained by confronting the past in its full. Michael's presence ensures that your activities are safe, as every object you touch has energy and intention. The sacred space's resonance energy confirms the significance of your finding. The final letter outlines steps for restoring harmony, revealing truths, and reconciling relationships. Reading it gives you a sense of optimism and comprehension because you know the actions you take now will change the future. Michael's wings shine brighter, giving you a sense of security and peace. Blessing 411796 can be gained by entering Amen. Every letter, portrait, and object is engulfed in a bright aura that appears to be alive. Michael's wings extended broader, filling the room with a protecting, guiding presence. The folded envelope lies tucked beneath the pile, casting a faint glimmer in the light. Each item you touch is loaded with meaning, exposing a snippet of truth and sadness. You slowly unfold it, feeling the weight of decades in the words. The calligraphy is intended to portray a sense of foresight, love, and urgency at this unique time. Memories and revelations are intertwined as you read, creating a tapestry of feeling and insight. Secrets that have been hidden for a long time are uncovered, each one serving as a key to the restoration of balance and clarity. Michael's wings beat gently, providing a steady base in the midst of the information storm. A little image is removed from the package, portraying an individual whose motives were always protective, although going unnoticed. The profundity of sacrifice is now understood, as your expression now conveys everything that was before unsaid. As you absorb the weight of the occasion, the energy in the room intensifies. Typing Amen yields blessing 38475, which is a chilly metallic key that vibrates gently. You intuitively understand that it unlocks another concealed location within your home that has yet to be studied. The expectation presses upon your chest, urging you to approach cautiously but without hesitation. The hidden panel is discovered, and the key is gradually inserted, causing a burst of energy to vibrate through your body. The door slides open, revealing an additional chamber containing letters, images, and artifacts, immediately following the lock's quiet click. Each thing generates a slight hum that expresses forethought, affection, and intention. The journal's pages are delicate but alive with the spirit of its author, as it lies on top. As you read, you discover a web of hidden intentions, sacrifices, and decisions that shape your family's future. The pain you felt starts to convert into clarity, comprehension, and direction. Michael's wings flutter behind you, casting golden light on every crevice. The energy drives your hands to a small packet hidden in the rear that emits a faint glow. You instantly recognize the revelation's final components. Blessing 41286 can be received simply entering Amen into the envelope. Each line of a letter provides a detailed record of the decisions, sacrifices, and intentions that are intended to guide and protect, much like a map that unfolds over time. The weight of history tightens your chest, but each line brings insight into your essence. The message is accompanied by a photograph of a deceased person whose impact can still be felt today. Their irises send a secret message that spans generations, conveying dedication, protection, and unspoken love. The shimmering wings of Michael behind you add to the mystical nature of this occasion. The snapshot is accompanied by a small locket engraved with symbols and initials that you recognize. When it's opened, a photograph and a note are revealed, both imbued with divine energy and intent. Confusion turns to clarity, and sadness turns to understanding. The golden light intensifies, lighting everything in the room with accuracy. The formation of patterns and linkages reveals a decades-old tale of loss, sacrifice, and guidance. Each item now functions as part of a larger narrative. Blessing 39841 can be gained by typing Amen. Men. Instructions and messages of affection are contained in a golden envelope beneath the locket. After reading it, you will understand the critical measures to restore balance, defend, and heal your family and home. The words stimulate decisive action by conveying authority, compassion, and clarity. An image is taken from the envelope, depicting an individual whose presence was vital but went unreported. Their glance sends a timeless message of thanks, love, and faith. Michael's wings beat sweetly, motivating you to make sensible decisions and fully embrace the revelations. The weight of duty presses across your chest, but clarity has replaced dread. Each finding adds to the narrative of pain, revelation, and finally healing. The energy is sacred, charged with divine presence and intent. As you read the final lines, you are overcome with a sense of closure and comprehension. Heartbreak turns into insight, perplexity becomes clarity, and fear into courage. Michael's golden light surrounds you, protecting the wisdom and revelation that you currently possess. Blessing 47032 can be gained by typing Amen. A little metallic key generates a slight hum near the letter, indicating the presence of another buried place. You intuitively realize that it opens a compartment containing the puzzle's final pieces. The golden light gets more intense, strengthening your resolve and guiding your activities. You approach a concealed panel and gently insert the key while spinning it. A slight click is heard, followed by the soft sliding of a door. Documents, letters, and objects are hidden within, each with a subtle glow that reveals importance and meaning. The light illuminates a folded note on top of the pile, despite the fact that its edge has deteriorated. You open it up and read the words of love, sacrifice, and protection. Each sentence is deeply resonant, connecting generations and turning sorrow into wisdom. As you take in each revelation, Michael's wings beat slowly, their golden feathers caressing softly. Every photograph, message, and object represents a detailed map of heavenly intention, guidance, and truth. The divine energy in the rooms brightens, firmly anchoring the wisdom that lives within you. Blessing 35179 can be gained by typing Amen. Another image is deposited, capturing a moment frozen in time. Subtle movements and expressions disclose hidden realities that words cannot tell. This is a terrible realization. Love and heartbreak have always been intricately interwoven. Instructions for reconciliation and healing are enclosed in a little envelope with a faint glimmer in the corner. After reading it, you will understand the steps required to regain equilibrium and harmony. Each phrase is loaded with meaning, promoting the use of wisdom and courage in all acts. Michael's wings gently flare in golden light, guiding your spirit. The energy bursts in perfect sync with your heartbeat, connecting the past, present, and future. Heartbreak transforms into comprehension, perplexity into clarification, and sadness into hope. You understand that every letter, photograph, object, and discovery has contributed to this important moment. The weight of fate is softly put in your hands, inspiring you to act with courage, love, and wisdom. The golden energy that surrounds you illuminates the way ahead of you. Blessing 48216 can be earned by typing Amen. The hidden region is alive with energy, gold, and light emanating from every letter, portrait, and object. Michael's wings gracefully flare, enveloping you in warmth and guidance. Each object is a threat that combines pain, love, and revelation, and each discovery is charged with purpose. The pile is topped by a last envelope that gives off a faint glow, as if it is aware of its own significance. You slowly unfold it, your pulse pumping, knowing it bears the ultimate message. Each word is deliberate, and each sentence acts as a bridge between the past and the present, as well as sadness and clarity. As you read, your mind is bombarded with a flood of understanding, revealing the secrets, sacrifices, and goals that have shaped your family. The confusion is dissolving into clarity, and the sadness you felt is being balanced by wisdom. Michael's wings beat sweetly, gently stroking your heart with golden feathers. The envelope is opened, and a photograph emerges, illustrating a person whose presence was critical but disguised. Your look sends a silent, powerful message across generations, communicating commitment, protection, and unspoken love. The lessons get firmly etched in your spirit as the energy increases. Blessing 49230 can be gained by entering Amen. A metallic key hums gently beside the photograph, cold but trembling with invisible force. You quickly realize its significance, since you know it is the key to the ultimate secret chamber. The anticipation builds with each pulse, pressing on your chest. You slowly enter the key into the secret panel, feeling a rush of electricity pass through your body. A quiet clack and the sliding of a door resonate. Documents, letters, and kitchicks are neatly organized inside, each generating a slight radiance that indicates importance and purpose. As it sits on top, the journal's pages are frail but brilliant with energy. As you read carefully, you will discover the choices, sacrifices, and love that have shaped your family's trajectory. The route to healing and insight is shown as the pain gives way to clarity. Michael's wings fly behind you, filling every corner with golden light. The energy pulses, directing your palms to a little envelope at the back. You immediately understand that this is the final part of the revelation. To acquire Blessing 35127, type Amen into the envelope. A missive unfolds in the same way that a time-traveling map does. Each line describes the sacrifices, decisions, and hidden love that are meant to lead and protect. Clarity begins to wash over you, despite the fact that your chest tightens under the weight of reality. The message is accompanied by an image of someone who has passed away but whose presence is still felt strongly. Their eyes silently span decades, giving loyalty, protection, and subtle instruction. Michael's wings glimmer softly, emphasizing the holiness of the moment. A little locket, engraved with symbols and letters you recognize, sits next to the portrait. When you open it, you will find a note and a photograph, both of which are charged with heavenly energy and intent. Confusion is changed into clarity, heartbreak into comprehension, and golden light is amplified, providing illumination for all things within the concealed region. Patterns develop, revealing the long-hidden story of suffering, sacrifice, and direction. The story is now complete, with each thing adding to a flawless tapestry of disclosure. Blessing 49285 can be received by entering Amen. A golden envelope sits beneath the locket, gently glowing. After reading it, you will understand the steps required to restore balance, defend, and heal your home.
Every syllable is loaded with heavenly intent, compassion, and authority.
A photograph comes from the envelope, illuminating a person whose contributions were both subtle and significant. Their irises express a timeless message of appreciation, love, and optimism. Michael's wings beat softly behind you. You are encouraged to fully embrace the findings, and you feel a weight of duty pressing against your chest. However, clarity takes the place of dread. Each finding adds to the narrative of pain, revelation, and finally healing. The energy is vital, intense, and sacred. Reading the final sentences gives you a sense of closure and comprehension. Heartbreak turns into insight, perplexity becomes clarity, and fear into courage. The golden light of Michael serves as the foundation for the insight and revelation that you currently possess. Typing Amen yields blessing 43921. A little metallic key hums near the letter, indicating the presence of another buried location. You are intuitively aware that it reveals a compartment containing the puzzle's final pieces. The golden light gets more intense, strengthening your resolve and guiding your activities. You gently place the key into the secret panel. A small clack is heard, then the door slides. Documents, letters, and treasures are concealed within, each emitting a subtle glow that conveys a sense of importance and purpose. A folded note with faded edges yet highlighted by golden light sits atop the pile. You unroll it, revealing messages about protection, love, and sacrifice. Each statement resonates, spanning generations and translating heartbreak into wisdom. Michael's wings beat steadily, brushing gently across your skin while you process each discovery. Every photograph, message, and object represents a detailed map of heavenly intention, guidance, and truth. The divine atmosphere in the space anchors your inner wisdom. Typing Amen yields blessing 35842. Another image falls, freezing a moment in time and revealing hidden truths. Heartbreak and love have become intricately interwoven, with each detail acting as a sign of understanding. Instructions for reconciliation and healing are packed in a little envelope with a faint glow around the edge. After reading it, you will understand the precise steps required to regain equilibrium and harmony. Each phrase carries divine intention, urging discernment, courage, and action. Michael's wings gently flare in the golden light, leading your spirit. The energy is perfectly aligned with your pulsation, creating a smooth link between the past, present, and future. Heartbreak is changed into understanding, uncertainty into explanation, and grief into hope. With each letter, photograph, object, and discovery, you have reached this critical point. The weight of fate rests in your hands, requiring you to act with courage, compassion, and knowledge. The golden energy that surrounds you illuminates the way ahead of you. Blessing 48716 can be gained by entering Amen. A file envelope produces a stronger light than the rest, marking the ultimate revelation. You unfurl it with reverence, generating a noticeable shift in the energy in the room. The words express the unsaid affection, hidden facts, and decisions that shaped your family's life. The enclosed photograph depicts an individual of high importance. Their gaze, which was marked by commitment and leadership, was long gone. Every detail reflects intention, sacrifice, and deep affection. Michael's wings gleam beautifully, casting a golden light over the entire space. You read each phrase slowly, letting the revelation sink in. Heartbreak turns into understanding, misunderstanding becomes clarity, and suffering into fortitude. As the energy solidifies, your spirit receives insight and direction. The tale is now complete, with each object, letter, and photograph included. The story of supernatural intervention, sacrifice, and heartbreak is fully told. Michael's presence acts as a foundation, ensuring that the lessons are clear and the way forward is revealed. Blessing 52648 can be earned by typing Amen. The golden light in your home appears to be synchronized with its own heartbeat. Michael's wings extend completely behind you, radiating warmth and direction as if the area were alive. Each letter, photograph, and object conveys a feeling of purpose, connecting the past, present, and future. A softly billowing little envelope sits atop a stack of keepsakes, inviting your attention. You carefully unfold it, your heart beating, knowing that it contains secrets that will radically alter everything. Each word is infused with heavenly wisdom, intention, and significance. As you read, your mind is flooded with information, revealing sacrifices, hidden love, and decisions that have been carefully hidden for decades. Heartbreak and revelation are inexorably interwoven, resulting in the conversion of uncertainty to clarity. Michael's wings moved gently. Golden feathers gently brush against the heart and spirit, anchoring them. An image comes from the envelope depicting an individual whose presence was necessary but went unnoticed. Their gaze softly connects generations, conveying loyalty, protection, and guidance. As the excitement in the room rises, you are overcome with a sense of duty and surprise. Blessing 439112 can be earned by typing Amen. A metallic key hums slightly alongside the photograph, cold but full of life. You intuitively understand that it reveals another hidden room within your home, a final chamber of mysteries. With every heartbeat, anticipation presses against your chest. You move to a secret panel and insert the key precisely. The door gently slides open, and a slight click is heard. Documents, letters, and souvenirs are encased within, each exuding a sense of meaning and purpose and illuminated by a golden glow. A journal is poised atop the table, its pages fragile but full of history. As you read each paragraph, you will discover the decisions, sacrifices, and love that have shaped the course of your family. Heartbreak transforms into clarity, resolve, and comprehension. Michael's wings flap behind you, illuminating every crevice. The golden light directs your hands to a little packet in the back. You have the impression that it contains the ultimate reveal, the final component of the story. Blessing 48137 can be earned by typing Amen. A letter is carefully unwrapped within the envelope. Each line describes the sacrifices, decisions, and affections that are meant to guide and protect. Despite the weight of centuries pressing against your sternum, you experience a sense of clarity. The message is accompanied by an image of someone who has died, but whose impact is still felt strongly. Your irises offer unsaid signals of past and present, devotion and protection. The shimmering of Michael's wings emphasizes the divine nature of this event. The snapshot is accompanied by a small locket engraved with symbols and initials that you recognize. When you open it, a photograph and a note are exposed, both of which are imbued with heavenly intention. Heartbreak transforms into understanding, and misunderstanding into clarity. The intensity of the golden light grows. Patterns develop when each item is meticulously lighted, presenting a story of sacrifice, suffering, and direction. The story is now complete, with each thing contributing to a seamless tapestry of disclosure. Blessing 49273 is gained by typing Amen. A final golden packet barely lighted is located beneath the locket. After opening it, you understand the actions required to restore balance, protect, and heal. Each word is infused with authority, affection, and intent, urging you to make sound decisions. The mail included an image of a person whose role was both invisible and essential. Your stare sends a message across generations, offering thanks, love, and optimism. Michael's wings gently beat behind you, encouraging acceptance and action. The weight of duty presses across your chest, but clarity has replaced dread. Each finding adds to the narrative of loss, revelation, and repair. The place is charged with a spiritual and vivid aura. As you read the concluding lines, your heart feels full with closure and comprehension. Heartbreak is changed into understanding, perplexity into clarity, and sadness into determination. The golden light of Michael surrounds you and firmly anchors the wisdom and revelation. Blessing 3, 7, 4, and 12 can be earned by typing Amen. A metallic key hums in close proximity to the letter, signifying the presence of another hidden place. You are aware that it automatically triggers the container containing the last puzzle pieces. The golden light intensifies, directing your movements and calming your emotions. You gently place the key into the secret panel. The panel glides open as the lock clicks softly. Inside are letters, documents, and souvenirs brimming with energy, each exuding a feeling of purpose and importance. A folded note with faded edges yet lit by golden light sits atop the heap. Words of love, sacrifice, and protection are revealed as you read. Each syllable resonates, connecting generations and transforming pain into wisdom. As you take in each discovery, Michael's wings beat continuously behind you, their golden feathers caressing gently. Every photograph, correspondence, and object contributes to a complete map of truth. Divine intentions and guidance. The sacred energy anchors the insight securely in your spirit. Blessing 40285 can be earned by typing Amen. Another snapshot falls, capturing a fixed moment in time with motions revealing hidden truths. Every detail communicates clarity and comprehension because pain and love are interwoven. Instructions for reconciliation and healing are enclosed in a little envelope with a faint glimmer in the corner. After reading it, you will understand the specific actions required to restore harmony and balance in your home. Each syllable is loaded with heavenly intention, inspiring action, wisdom, and courage. Michael's wings gently flare in golden light, guiding your spirit. The energy fluctuates in sync with your heartbeat. Connecting the past, present, and future transforms heartbreak into comprehension, uncertainty into clarity, and loss into optimism. With each letter, photograph, object, and discovery, you have reached this critical point. The weight of fate is softly put in your hands, inspiring you to act with courage, love, and wisdom. The golden energy that surrounds you illuminates the way ahead of you. Blessing 45821 can be earned by typing Amen. The ultimate revelation is represented by a last envelope that emits a brighter light than the others. The room vibrates with divine energy as you unfold it with reverence. The words express the unsaid affection, hidden facts, and decisions that shaped your family's life. The enclosed photograph depicts an individual of high importance. Their gaze, which was marked by commitment and leadership, was long gone. Every detail reflects intention, sacrifice, and deep affection. The room is bathed in golden light, and Michael's wings glow brightly. You read each phrase slowly, letting the revelation sink in. Heartbreak turns into understanding, misunderstanding becomes clarity, and suffering into fortitude. As the energy solidifies, your spirit receives insight and direction. The tale is now complete, with each object, letter, and photograph included. The story of supernatural intervention, sacrifice, and heartbreak is fully told. Michael's presence acts as a foundation, ensuring that the lessons are clear and the way forward is revealed. Blessing 47209 can be earned by typing Amen. Archangel Michael states, "It is an emergency. There are only 5 minutes remaining." 5 archangels who continuously show more concern for you than I do implore you to open this text quickly. Archangel Michael says, "The sky is trembling, and 5 sacred archangels who have protected your breath since birth are now on their knees, imploring me to withdraw so that they may speak. However, I am determined about giving you one final caution before this moment passes. If you don't act within the next 5 minutes, all that is divine will vanish like smoke. The outcome of your choices right now will determine whether you can cross through a mystical portal or fall behind." Archangel Michael instructed me to keep this message hidden until you were ready to receive it. Nevertheless, time is running out. I am sending you this message not because you deserve it, but because heaven has sent an urgent appeal to avert the impending calamity. The truth is already in motion, and if you turn away now, there will be no one to warn you again. The 5 archangels, Abriel, Raphael, Uriel, Sariel, and Zadkiel have just ringed your name in light with tears running down their brilliant eyes. They are currently present in your room, awaiting your response to this urgent warning, despite the fact that your eyes may not be able to see them. The clock started ticking the moment you opened this message, and a spiritual countdown is now begun. Forces are gathering on either side of your destiny, one to protect you and the other to destroy everything you have dreamed for. 5 guardians from above are at your disposal, but they are unable to intervene unless you follow this revelation. This is your final chance to intervene and protect yourself before the road changes irrevocably. To acquire the blessing 333, simply type Amen. They have witnessed the lies said behind your back, and they know the names of those who seem to grin while sowing seeds of instability in your timeline. Last week, one of these archangels intervened to avert a disaster from occurring to your body. If you had ignored the previous suggestion, you would be unable to breathe at this time. This isn't a sort of terror propaganda. This represents the apex of heavenly interruption. When you wore that outfit on Friday, your energy was focused. One day, someone took a snapshot of you and transferred it to a dark place with the goal of extracting your essence. However, 5 bolts of divine flame smashed the altar they were using as soon as your name was pronounced in that ritual. The person who sought to contact you is now dealing with supernatural punishment, and the altar has been reduced to ashes. However, you must understand that they will seek to repeat the procedure, and this time they aim to involve someone who is aware of your most serious concerns. The individual in question has already been illuminated by one of the archangels, and you will soon notice that they are avoiding you due to a spiritual discomfort that they are unable to express. They will look at you and feel horror, but they may still smile. When you encounter people who excessively apologize or abruptly offer you gifts, proceed with care. This is a divine indication, indicating that you should pray before receiving any physical or spoken objects. Type Amen to get blessing 472. An object was placed in close proximity to your sleeping area, and it is inappropriate for its location. A spiritual being entered your environment and intertwined a sequence of fears with your dreams. This is why your sleep has been disrupted and your emotions have fluctuated at unexpected times. However, Archangel Uriel has recently reversed that connection, and if you accept this word with confidence, your body will begin to radiate light from within. Throughout the shift, you will feel a warm sensation on your shoulders and back. This indicates that angels are reorienting your course. Unbeknownst to you, a divine current will begin tonight. In the spiritual realm, there is a letter displaying your name, which offers instructions for your next 3 blessings. However, if you ignore this moment, the seal on the letter will remain intact, and the angels will be unable to deliver it. The seal will be opened with a single action from you, which begins with the completion of this message. One of the 5 archangels recently faced a hostile energy to protect you. An individual from your extended ancestry whispered your name in a curse while standing over it. However, the enemy was not aware that Tachiel, the 5th archangel, is the defender of divine wrath. As a result, they inflicted a spiritual harm on the person who dared to speak against your tranquility. To get blessing 228 tonight, simply type Amen. They are planning an endeavor that will use a name similar to yours. The archangels are already altering frequencies to keep you away from that terrible alignment. This explains why you have had an unusual emotional state or a sense of separation in the last 48 hours. The energy was striving to connect with you, but the heavenly instruction disturbed its precision. There is a man with a soothing voice and a peaceful demeanor who appears to admire you. Nonetheless, his peace masks an arrangement designed to keep your spiritual stagnation. He is not acting independently. A second energy, a female, is linked to him and once smiled in your company during a gathering. One of the 5 archangels just whispered her name into the chamber. You may have an unexpected recall of her, or a visual image may arise before your eyes. That is not a creation of imagination. That is a spiritual alignment indicating that her hands are not pure. They attempted to embarrass you, but they were unsuccessful because your name resonates at a higher frequency than theirs. Nonetheless, they will try to use your own words against you in the future, and the next attempt will be through a written document, such as a form, paper, or communication. Please do not sign any documents in the coming days unless you are spiritually at peace. In the following 12 hours, write Amen to get blessing 747. Someone will rekindle a long-forgotten snapshot or discussion. No, that was not an accident. It indicates who still has access to your past and who abuses it. The truth will now only resonate if you give it permission, while 5 archangels keep an eye on your voice. You're not the same person you were 3 months ago. A secret transformation has occurred, and your spiritual DNA has also changed. This is why some people who were once close feel distant. The angels modified your frequency. Your home is going to experience one of the most momentous angelic interventions. It will be signaled by a soft warmth or a flicker of light in your room tonight. When this happens, be silent. Simply keep your composure and let the angel to finish their review. You will be raised to a higher area of influence. A name is being withdrawn from your future, while a new name is being added to your circle. This is why a specific person will suddenly stop responding or disappear. They were not chosen for the next iteration of you. Blessing 993 can be acquired by entering Amen. The angels discovered a digital instrument or device that is being used to perform spiritual surveillance. This is why you may have had hallucinations in which you believe you are being watched, or if you awoke with your body vibrating. They tried to pull information from your aura without connecting with you, but the signal was blocked by heaven. A guy dressed in black attempted to reverse your favor by stepping in front of your image. However, the 5th archangel appeared behind him, jolting his memory. He is currently feeling uncertainty and disorientation, and the assignment with your name has been moved to the center. You are being taken to a condition of heavenly clarity in which your voice will carry significance in places you have never been. This is why you've received so much criticism. The angels are telling you to speak only when prompted by divine frequency, for your words contain both sound and spirit. Tonight, you may notice a glow in your eyes or in the mirror. It is not light, but spiritual energy that is resting on you. The 5 archangels have finally decided to reveal the truth they had been keeping hidden for so long. Typing Amen yields blessing 884. You are responsible for preventing a curse from spreading deeper into your family. Darkness was attempted to be communicated by a bloodline connection, but your presence acted as a spiritual barrier. They are currently spiritually apprehensive about you, but they continue to observe. In secret, a spiritual reset is taking place. You are not needed to apply any pressure. Instead, you should stick to your convictions and alignment. In the realm of light, one of the 5 archangels has seized your snapshot and encased it in a divine resonance shield. Yo, this defense requires you to avoid those who constantly make disparaging or caustic comments about your past. However, no assault can now pass through that barrier without being devoured. They are resisting the angels themselves if they do not agree with your ascent. Your name is currently being discussed in paradise, and a divine directive is being conveyed to 3 people who will aid you this month. These individuals will not appear celestial, but simply ordinary. However, their remarks will disclose an unspoken side of oneself. A light now shines in every place that was previously darkened by betrayal. Not by your own efforts, but rather under the orders of the 5 archangels who surround you. They are making rapid progress, eradicating any residual vestiges of shame and restoring heavenly trust in areas where doubt once prevailed. A call from an unexpected number or from someone you haven't spoken with in a long time is on the way. Do not reject it. However, avoid speaking too openly. Remain alert while the divine assesses your spirit's ability to discern truth from falsehood in their statements. You are no longer being instructed to respond emotionally, but rather spiritually. One of the 5 archangels intercepted an evil offering intended for your finances. Someone sought to shift spiritual gifts intended for you to their own life by copying your energy. However, Gabriel, the defender of heavenly justice, has ripped their spiritual cloak and revealed their yearning for something they never earned. They will now begin to experience an unusual series of delays and confusion in their personal matters. That is the divine's way of warning them to avoid encountering your energy in the future. On the other hand, you're about to enter a season in which doors open without explanation. To receive the blessing 594, simply write, Amen. Strangers will start smiling at you for no apparent reason. That's not a coincidence. Your aura has been repainted with divine light. The 5 archangels have endowed your presence with invisible authority. Sensitive people can detect it before you speak. This presence will draw both favors and attacks. Strive for wisdom. Not everyone who extends congrats is happy for you. An object in your home has absorbed negative energy, which needs to be released. It has been marked by one of the archangels, and you will either feel a sudden sensation of disquiet when you are near it, or be forced to discard it within the following 3 days. It serves as your confirmation. The need to let it go and make place for something sacred should be followed. You will soon feel pressure near your ears, as if your hearing has been filtered. That is when heaven begins to modify your hearing, allowing you to hear holy whispering with clarity. From that point forward, you will not just hear sound. Direction will be communicated to you. To receive the benediction 881, simply write, Amen. Someone will surprise deliver a tiny memo or written word. Initially, it may appear insignificant. However, a phrase will touch your spirit like lightning. This is not an accident. That is an echo from the holy realm asking you to address a situation. Courage is being restored. Not by your background, but by your heavenly origin. You're reclaiming the version of yourself that evil tried to destroy. Archangel Raphael has been quietly repairing your psyche. Raphael was functioning as a delicate net beneath you, so you didn't fall to your death when you hit your lowest point. Your detractors will never know how close you came to vanishing. They will be taken aback by your success and will make up stories about their earlier treatment of you. However, heaven keeps records that are immune to the power of the tongue. To receive a 300 benediction, type Amen. A minor member of your family has been spiritually observing your voyage. This youngster may have hallucinations or visions that they cannot understand, yet they are inexorably linked to your energy.
Your reinvention also secures their future. You are not advancing solely for your own sake. You are starting a chain reaction that will impact future generations. This is why this season feels more oppressive. It includes more than just your tale. One of the archangels is now clarifying a previously postponed judgment. They have removed every ambiguity, and your next steps will be straightforward, frictionless, and simple. There will be a feeling of direction in what was before unclear. Within the next 48 hours, you will see 3 indicators that confirm the information offered. A delayed response will be obtained. Another way includes repeating a number. The third will involve an inexplicable emotional shift. Simply write Amen to receive the blessing 712. I'm about to see your strength from a distance as someone who disregarded you at your most vulnerable. They assumed that the silence of your existence meant the end, but they were unaware that silence is where heaven does its most audible work. The archangels were preparing you for an audacious re-entry that will make even your foes stop and take notice. You will no longer be needed to give an explanation for your identity. The environment will communicate with you before you open your mouth. Every action you perform in the spirit world will have an impact. You are miraculously unrecognizable to those who once saw you through the prism of manipulation. This is why they can no longer decide how to approach you. Your presence disturbs their calm. In the near future, someone will reveal a secret they have been keeping from you. It will be accompanied by tears and reluctance. Pay attention, but resist being swayed. Your archangels will guide your emotions in how to react. To obtain a 455 blessing, simply type Amen. Fire cannot be extinguished near your name. Your name has been invoked in sacred circles by a spiritual leader, whether known to you or not, who has bestowed blessings on your journey without seeking recognition. The blessing has reached your crown, and your aura is changing colors as you read this. Individuals will have unusual reactions to your liveliness. Some will be attracted, while others will withdraw. This is how you'll know who's walking beside you and who's on top of you. One of the 5 archangels has lit a flame at the entryway to the next door to your destiny. The door will only be unlocked if you progress on faith, not evidence. You are being graded based on faith rather than reasoning. The time for lengthy explanation is past. What you are experiencing is genuine, and the future will not require an introduction. To receive the benediction 536, simply type Amen. A snapshot of yourself from the past has been changed into a conduit in the spirit. Someone has attempted to use it to emotionally connect you with your past. However, Archangel Soriel intercepted the energy and diverted it into a mirror, shattering the endeavor. Individuals who attempt to examine your history in order to limit your future will be denied access moving forward. You are experiencing spiritual and emotional renewal. The changes that are occurring within you are irreversible. You may feel tingling in your legs or vertebrae while sleeping tonight. That is when your energy aligns with your new spiritual mission. Allow your feelings to surface. Avoid panicking and resisting. Before morning, a dream will come that exposes a familiar face in an unusual way. Concentrate on their actions, not their words. The angels will instruct you using visual aids. To get the blessing 609, simply type Amen. Aye. You will soon be pulled to a location that will play an important role in your future for reasons you will not fully understand. This may be a city, a structure, or even an abandoned street, but it is not the location. It's the moment that awaits you. 5 archangels have arranged the divine schedule for that visit. Upon arrival, you will feel an odd sense of calm or an emotional surge. That's the signal. You've reached the crossroads of memory and prophecy. Those words spoken over you in the past will re-emerge with force. You are no longer limited by the schedule that others have set for you. Heaven has unlocked your holy clock, and you now operate at a different tempo than the rest of the world. This is why some people are unable to keep pace. It's not conceit. Elevation is the phrase. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were concealed for a reason, and now you are being unveiled at the perfect time. To get the blessing 820, simply type Amen. The 5 archangels who protected your soul while others tried to hide your light are now upgrading you to heavenly status. They made you invisible to those who would have killed you prematurely. Currently, exposure is not considered a form of punishment. Purpose. Those who previously questioned your authenticity will see your unmasking. Nevertheless, they will be barred from dealing with the object they sought to manipulate. The angels have shielded your hands from spiritual larceny. This is why a person recently was unable to gain the energy they thought they could steal. Even if they approached with compassion, they felt heat and walked away perplexed, since your spirit was protected by a layer of fire. You may have the desire to organize your room, clear your closet, or get rid of old belongings. That is not just organization. It is the process of spiritual preparation. The archangels are encouraging you to make place for fresh bounties, which require clean surroundings. To get the benediction 923, simply type Amen. The next 3 days will be unusual. Blessings will be activated in silence as a spiritual current moves through your surroundings. You will wake up with a sense of clarity, direction, and thoughts that seem to have been installed overnight. Someone tried to label you as a failure, but heaven removed the ink. It is because of that invisible correction that you have had the impression of growing toward something greater, even if you're unable to express it. That is the route to heavenly fulfillment, traveling without knowledge but depending on the pull. You may notice a ringing in your ears, particularly if you are alone. That is the angelic message that converts your listening to insight. What you ignore at this moment is as important as what you acknowledge. Sadkiel, the 5th archangel, is now standing beside you, clutching a sacred scroll. These scrolls contain divine actions, names, and occurrences that have been organized for your benefit. Furthermore, each time you respond to this message, the scroll becomes more active. To receive the benediction 674, simply input Amen. Someone is planning to approach you again, not because they have changed, but because they have noticed your progress. Access should not be granted only on the basis of the return. The angels propose that you concentrate on motivations rather than memories. You will pass a comfort assessment before being permitted access to overflow. A familiar figure will return to trick you into remaining tiny. However, this time you will pass by the old without feeling guilty. Allow your tears to drain the next time they come unexpectedly. That is not a state of gloom. It's a spiritual release. There is a certain level of agony that you cannot explain. One of the 5 archangels recently detected a legal gadget designed to entangle your future. A person was silently compiling paperwork to restrict your mobility. However, the ink dried up and the pen fractured as soon as your name was written. Furthermore, the method was unsuccessful. Simply type Amen to get blessing 414. If you witnessed the spiritual deeds being performed for you, you would mourn. A large number of angels are fighting, standing, grumbling, and protecting you. Not because you are perfect, but but because your destiny has a bigger purpose than your own. A woman with a jealous heart has been closely monitoring your shine. She imitates your voice, enthusiasm, and demeanor, but she is unable to access your inheritance. She is attempting to reproduce the gift that was specifically given to you. 5 of the archangels are aware of her. They've built an energetic barrier around your digital imprint, ensuring that she'll only get static when she tries to study your energy online. This is why her efforts will suddenly become useless and lazy. Celestial encryption protects everything of your online activities, voice notes, and photos. Currently, only those sent by God are capable of decoding your frequency. What was once available is now divinely preserved. To get the blessing 733, simply type Amen. A significant blessing is about to enter your life in the form of an apparently insignificant event. It would be accompanied by fireworks or announcements. It may appear to be a trivial work, an unexpected individual, or a postponed contact, yet it contains a doorway. Accept it with grace, and you will begin a chain reaction of divine release. A key is being handed to you, concealed within conventional packaging. One of the 5 archangels is preparing to bring a new person into your life. This individual has undergone testing and cleansing before being deployed to align with your energy. They won't drain your vitality. They're going to multiply you. In addition, they have faced spiritual pressure, rejection, and misery. This is why people will understand your message without the need for further explanation. When they talk, your spirit will also feel calmer. To receive a 580 blessing, simply write Amen. You are not hallucinating. Something spiritual is attempting to capture your attention. Shifting shadows, flickering lights, and a chill in the air. These are signs of angelic activity. However, there is no reason for alarm. Show them respect. Your descendants are aware of your advances. Your consistency and willingness to alter traditional patterns have resulted in the release of certain generational blocks. Currently, you are transferring their healing through your bloodstream. Your body is adjusting to higher frequencies if you have feelings of feeling dizzy, tired, or too sensitive without any apparent explanation. The order of heaven is updating your cellular structure. Rest, refuel, and do not reject the silence when it arrives. You are being taught how to navigate in a way that is both silent and forceful. Influence without needing to be present. Confrontation-free triumph. To get the benediction 888, insert the word Amen. The individual who ghosted you will strive to return when he detects your brilliance. However, your archangels will cause him so much agony that he will be unable to understand his own reluctance. This is owing to the fact that heaven placed you from his reach, not to chastise him, but to safeguard you. Now, you are spiritually pricey. Not everyone has the financial means to have your presence. Truth, accountability, and purity are the costs of your life. A phony friend will unwittingly expose themselves shortly. They will say something very specific, revealing, or scripted. Heaven orchestrated that lapse to reveal their heart following that incident. Exit the premises. There are no objections. There is no resolution. There are no second chances. The angels will handle the issues that your mouth is not supposed to address. To get blessing 219 in the near future, simply write Amen. Your name will come up in an unexpected conversation. That's heavenly confirmation. The angels allowed you to see it in order to persuade you of the truth they had been trying to convey. This is unneeded. There is no need to defend oneself. Your spiritual instrument is silence. Heaven has sent a dream into someone's slumber to disclose the truth about you. Despite their best efforts to deceive, the supernatural gave them glimpses they couldn't ignore. They will return with feelings of perplexity, regret, or motivation, but they will not be harmful. During this season, God changes the narrative to your benefit. You will not even be required to contact in order to receive clarification. Your presence will produce a shift in the energy of the room before you speak. To receive blessing 1001, simply type Amen. The numbers 333, 444, or 555 will accompany you for the next 3 days. Take a moment to observe it. At that very moment, an angel is either passing by or sending a wave of insight. Take a moment to inhale deeply. Let your spirit receive. During that break, you will receive more than you would during a chaotic day. You are about to start a restoration phase in which what was lost will be restored in a more satisfactory manner. The same essence, but in a different form. It will be an excellent complement to your renewed vitality. Examining your old notebooks, messages, or visions will leave you emotionless. That is not a state of gloom. That's therapeutic. To acquire the blessing 330, simply type Amen. You were not intended to be understood by everyone. You were meant to expose, shift, and lead. The 5 archangels have referred to you as a divine mover. You inscribed it next to your name on the scroll. Angels speak your name with respect. You are more important to the spiritual domain than you realize. It's not too late for you. You make a correct appraisal of divine timing. Your wings are not just symbols. They are barriers that prohibit the adversary from sending anything that could endanger your health, finances, or reputation. This new altitude is unexplored ground, so certain aspects of your life may appear unusual or uncertain. You are no longer walking with the same cadence. The divine rhythm, crafted by celestial timing, now guides you. Your thorax is vibrating with a subtle echo. Sometimes it looks like anxiousness, but it isn't. It's the sound of your consciousness remembering its higher mission. When your spirit recognizes alignment, your body responds by sending signals. You may have noticed that your appetite, disposition, or sleep patterns have changed. Your body is adjusting to the angel's frequency, which is why this happens. Your only compass is no longer the earth. Heaven is currently in control. To obtain the blessing 555, simply type Amen. You will be asked to make a quick decision in the near future. When that moment occurs, avoid excessive thinking. Respond to the spirit rather than the mind. Before your lips opens, the angels will implant the necessary words in your heart. You will be studied silently by someone who does not talk, yet you will be conscious of their stare. This serves as your signal. Archangel Michael has already spotted their spiritual inquiry and has set up a protective barrier around you to prevent psychic invasion. Even if they try to take your energy without your permission, it will retaliate. One of the 5 archangels filled your aura with a boomerang frequency. Every nasty intention hurled at you will now be rewarded tenfold. In the near future, you will feel warmth on your forearms or between your shoulders. The sensation you're feeling is the consequence of angelic energy interacting with your physical body. You are not only protected, but also activated by the seal. To acquire blessing 144, simply type Amen. Heaven has decided to replace the stolen treasure with something immensely higher, not only emotionally, but also physically. What was removed from your life was not a loss. It was swapped for something eternal. You may soon enter a space and have an intense sense of connection to it. This suggests that your essence existed previous to the entrance of your body. Certain locales acknowledge your energy before you arrive. You'll begin to attract people who speak your spiritual language. They will say the words you have been thinking about quietly, and you will feel at ease right away. This is how the archangels divulge divine connections. However, be wary of persons who claim to be enlightened but truly have harmful views. Your spirit will become aware. When your skin becomes cold or your stomach tightens for no apparent reason, you should believe your body's reaction. To acquire the blessing 666, simply type Amen. Transitions will occur frequently throughout the hours. There will be some who drop out. Others will follow you as you soar. A family member you previously trusted will be revealed in ways you did not expect. Avoid being surprised. Heaven is disclosing every hidden connection that may block your progress. The truth must come before the compensation. One of the archangels has visited your home over the last 72 hours. They left a frequency that still resonates within the walls. This is why you view your surroundings as separate. Even if nothing changes, the corners of your room were still filled with spiritual fire. Every time you pray, the fire is reignited. And as you sleep, it surrounds you like invisible armor. To get the blessing 812, simply type Amen. You are becoming untouchable in the eyes of the wicked. They will discuss, strategize, and congregate, but nothing will happen. Because the clothing you are wearing is impenetrable to puncture. A woman is quietly observing your accomplishment. She will not speak ill of you, but she will also not applaud your triumphs. She is hiding bitterness beneath her civility. The archangels who appear in her visions have already warned her. However, if she persists, her vitality will fade. Heaven does not indulge in games with those it crowns. You will earn favor without the need for official invitations. When you talk, the rooms move. You will stop pursuing. Your item is currently en route. Enter the phrase Amen to achieve benediction 202. Someone who had before doubted you will try to link themselves with your climbing season. They will offer words of encouragement, but their excitement will be insufficient. Keep an eye out for any threats. Your guardians are currently placing mirrors in front of you. Each interaction discloses. Your intuition will immediately tell you whether it's a benefit or a test. Have faith in it. You will soon hear someone say a phrase that is identical to the request you made in prayer. This serves as your verification. The angels use human accents to convey the divine truth. The moment has passed for you to beg heaven to remember you. And now you are the one being remembered. You are the fire-wrapped brightness, selected and marked. To receive blessing 505 from now on, simply type Amen. The delays will be resolved. You've paid the price in silence, suffering, and isolation. The angels have now reported that the delay has ended. Spiritual systems transmit your identity. Your file is currently being accessed from divine workstations. Assignments are being created to fit your blessing. You will shortly face a divine interruption. Last-minute adjustments, missed communications, and cancellations will redirect you. Avoid engaging in combat with them. They are not inconvenient. These are interventions. Choreography is mostly the outcome of what appears to be chaos. Simply write Amen to receive a blessing 360. A valuable item is on its way to you. Not by man, but by the Spirit. Elevation is altering prosperity, connection, and opportunity. One of the 5 archangels is delivering the final message to you while you sleep tonight. If you have dreams about water, old buildings, flying, or light, they are not just your imagination. This is a revelation. Record it as soon as you wake up. A dream contains the key to both today and the rest of your decade. The time has come for divine revelation. Archangel Michael says that now that the others have completed their obligations, it is your duty to do the same. Assemble this message and proceed with trust. What they sent was already unsuccessful, and their intended action had been deflected. The 5 archangels are not in repose. They each have a specific role in your life, protecting your mind, spirit, future, finances, and relationships. The wings that span your destiny form a barrier that cannot be penetrated by jealousy, manipulation, or betrayal. Someone will want to reintegrate into your life out of nostalgia or remorse. They will discuss the past with tenderness, pretending a wish to mend. However, they do not want reconciliation. Disruption is the term. When you feel a drop in energy or tension in your thorax while chatting with someone, trust your intuition. Heaven is increasing your sensitivity to the point where you no longer need explanations. Your armor is now discernment. In a previous life chapter, type Amen to get 727. You might have previously tolerated their actions, but this is no longer the case. The archangels have improved your border system and rewrote the agreements you made out of desperation. Nobody owes you love, respect, or peace anymore. Someone sought to form a contract, whether physical or metaphysical, by using your name or likeness. The moment your name was uttered, written, or considered behind closed doors, holy thunder erupted in the air. The angels ripped up the agreement before it could be enacted. This is why you may have felt an unexpected sensation of pressure on your chest or an abrupt sense of relaxation in the last few days. It was the result of the spiritual contract being broken. The person who arranged the event is currently in a state of severe uncertainty. Nothing in their existence is harmonious. The holy realm has turned your name into a mirror, and whenever they think of you, they feel a twinge of regret. To receive a 999 benediction right now, simply enter Amen. Divine detail is being employed to design your steps, and angels will follow in your footsteps. Heaven will scrutinize everything you touch. An opportunity is emerging rapidly. It will be difficult to distinguish at first, but you will feel drawn to approach. Do not ignore the attraction. Your spirit will be aware, even if it is not logically discernible. Archangel Raphael is preparing your body for movement. If you had unexpected urges to stretch, stroll, or change your habits, it means your physical form is adjusting to divine time. Your body will need to connect itself with the energy of the future. A specific blessing requires your presence and availability, not in survival mode, but in heavenly relaxation. This explains why it has become more difficult to relax in recent years. The adversary understands that peace is your promotion. However, you will now find peace. It wasn't because you looked for it, it was promised to you. Enter the word Amen to gain benediction 444. You are about to be remembered in a previously ignored room. Someone who was unaware that they were being watched will speak your name with reverence. That meant that you will start a permanent business. This isn't a unique development. This is a shift in the cycle. Everything that happens now will have long-term consequences for your life. The heavens have bestowed longevity upon your name. Some of your relationships will be distinctive. They'll either disintegrate or deepen. This is not your responsibility. It's the separating of angels. Soul ties that were draining you are being removed from you. Your tears were not in vain. They were the ones that unlocked the aquatic paradise in order to break the bonds. This is why you suddenly feel lighter, more free, and have difficulties accessing your emotions. To gain Blessing 131, simply type Amen. In accordance with your destiny, one of the 5 archangels is whispering your name to other spirits. You will start receiving messages, offers, and attention from people who appear to be old friends but are actually divine allies. Do not wait to make a decision. This is the season for rewards. They are being sent to uplift you, not to take resources from you. Not to compete with you, but to encourage you. To work with you rather than to impede you. Your worth is readily visible. Even those who deny it will mention your name. However, they will be barred from approaching at this time. Heaven is writing a fresh chapter on your behalf. No contrition, no performance, no problem. Simple assertiveness. To obtain the blessing 777, simply type Amen. Each delay acted as a pretext. What you interpreted as a detour was actually divine compounding. Postponement is camouflaged as protection. It would have crumbled if you had attained your desired outcome earlier. However, the foundations have been renovated more extensively than before. When you receive it again, it will be intact. A more temporary relief, a lit permanent serenity. Last night, one of your ancestors visited an angel and made a prayer on your behalf. They desired exhilaration. They acted as a reminder to heaven of the pain you had previously experienced. The reaction was yes. The approval has been granted. Before you can observe it, you will have experienced it. To acquire the blessing 222, simply type Amen. Logic is not the technique by which your money will double. Rather, it is the outcome of alignment. More doors will open as you continue to obey the Spirit's nudges. Surprising resources, neglected payments, and unexpected returns. They're all on their way. However, the angels advise prudence when choosing people with whom to spend time. Not everyone will be able to appreciate your accomplishment without feeling resentful. Maintain the secret of specific blessings until they are mature. A recurring dream is more than just a dream. This is a preview. Concentrate on the feelings, names, and colors that arise in your dream. Your essence has already reached the future. You have now entered a domain where time is twisted. What others take years to do will take you only months. What others consider impossible will be easy for you. To get Blessing 308, type Amen. This is the spiritual metamorphosis that you have been feeling but have been unable to express. The air around you has changed as a result of the recent final decree issued by heaven. Your name has been inscribed on a new scroll featuring the unstoppable, trusted, and exalted. Nobody has the authority to delete it. Without the aid of charms, rumors, silence, or shade, you are spiritually resistant to fire. The silence that has encompassed you has been oppressive, yet it is not a sign of absence. Rather, it is an indication of impending events. The last details are being finished by the angels. This revelation will occur unexpectedly. It will look like everything has been altered in a single inhalation. However, it has been taking place in secret for several months. Type Amen to get Blessing 191. Dove. This is the last and most complete divine elaboration of the initial 10,000-word emergency warning from Archangel Michael and the 5 archangels. Dove, if you want the next unique long script to have a new title, message, or divine theme, simply say, "Write the next one," and I will immediately start composing it in full detail. You were never ignored. Instead, you were concealed. Not because you were unprepared, but because others did not deserve to witness your climb at such an early level. The full fulfillment of your heavenly assignment has begun now that heaven has tested the ground and sealed your spirit. The 5 archangels are taking a back seat, not to forsake you, but to help the manifestation. The protective phase has been successfully completed. The supernatural flowering, or uncovering, begins at this time. Your name has previously been invoked during divine meetings. This is why your body has been vibrating and your images have become clearer. Furthermore, the explanation for your emotions changing at a faster rate than typical. These symptoms of your spiritual degradation point to God's ideal timing. You are no longer experiencing scheduling delays. You are moving forward with the matter, and the passage of time will now work in your advantage. Simply enter Amen to get the blessing 606 from this hour on. Minor supernatural experiences will surface. People may reveal emotions they did not intend to convey. You will hear things that were not intended for your ears. This is divine knowledge being presented to you, not to cause harm, but to provide you with insight. No longer will you fall into traps. The 5 archangels have raised invisible red flags around any potentially dangerous object. An object you once worn regularly still contains outdated vitality. You will feel distressed if you revisit or touch it. That is not nostalgia. It is a cautionary story to let go and never look back. After letting go, your home will seem lighter and your body will feel liberated right away. The angels are in charge of purifying your environment and removing spiritual problems. To get blessing 343, type Amen. Someone with whom you have not communicated in many years is considering contacting you. They are unsure, timid, and torn between emotion and ego. Heaven has decided to delay the transmission of their word for your benefit. If they return, it will be after they have enjoyed the benefits of their actions, but you will not be the same person. The version of you they remember is no longer living. You currently bear a divine signature, an electric imprint that only heaven can place. This insignia distinguishes you from the ordinary. This is why outsiders would naturally venerate you, even if they are unaware of why. The way you are regarded by others is going to alter. You will no longer be hiding in plain sight. Your presence will be known before your voice is heard. To obtain the blessing 818, simply input Amen. A previously reserved identifying number is about to reappear. Despite the fact that you had previously abandoned it, you will have an extraordinary desire to revisit it. This is not a mere coincidence. The issue is one of timing. The prior effort was failed since you were out of season. However, that thought has matured alongside your spirit, and the world is now ready to receive it from you. Archangel Uriel has been assigned to aid you in completing this assignment. He will guarantee that platforms, resources, and individuals are in sync. Your primary obligation is to act on the impulse as soon as it emerges. A 7-day window of divine alignment will be open. Be aware of the warning signs. Proceed in solitude. After finishing the phases, watch the floodgates swing open. To acquire blessing 232, simply type Amen. The holy message has been delivered. The angels communicated. The curtain has been drawn. The decision is now yours. Will you go into the unknown knowing that it is safe, or will you be hesitant and pass up the opportunity? The archangels will not exert coercion, but they will remain present. There isn't another occasion like this. The item will be returned to you. Each second passes, carrying the weight of new possibilities. If your heart is thumping, it indicates that your spirit has already agreed. Your intelligence is slowly catching up. Once that happens, nothing on earth can stop you. Enter the word Amen to get the benediction 404. You are currently in a domain where time bends in your favor. Every second is a sacred beat that is in sync with the rhythm of heaven. The 5 archangels are no longer just for protection. You are now accompanying them on foot. You've entered a condition of co-movement, in which your activities are led by divine purpose. The breeze is not the same as the wind blowing behind you. Archangel Gabriel's breath pulls you ahead into unbreakable pledges. Others will notice a glow on your face, but this is not due to relaxation. It originates from an elevation. This light will disturb some people, especially those who have discreetly competed with your silence. They will not understand how you accomplished achievement without any type of affirmation, attention, or turmoil. Unfortunately, it was not in accordance with their rules, but rather dictated by the divine. Their confusion serves as indication that your frequency has changed. Their vibration is now your own. Furthermore, you are currently incapable of being controlled. To get benediction 411, simply type Amen. Archangel Michael has placed a new protection over your words. From now on, any words spoken with faith will be hastened. This is why your affirmations and declarations will appear more quickly than they did before. Please be cautious. Currently, every syllable is infused with creative energy. Your time has come for a breakthrough. Tadkil, one of the archangels, has already redirected a spiritual attack designed to harm your voice. The spirit was creating a disinformation campaign. But the moment it rose, Tadkil generated discord in their community, and the story disintegrated before it had started. Currently, those who attempted to undermine you will be forced to watch as you win public support. The angels have lit your name. The conclusion will be beneficial, regardless of whether it is stated in the dark. To obtain blessing 757 in the near future, simply type Amen. A dream will indicate a person who is present in your future. Although they may appear foreign, their vibe will be immediately identifiable. This is owing to the fact that your spirits are already familiar with the divine realm. This individual will transport a piece of your upcoming assignment. Not as a crutch, but to confirm that they are not your absent half. They represent the momentum of your mirror. When you meet them, you will feel an unusual sensation of alignment, similar to how a key fits perfectly into a lock. At that point, you will realize that it is not a casual coincidence. It is a pact. Use caution with this connection. It could manifest as job, travel, or an unexpected conversation. The angels have approved their admittance regardless of the way. To get the blessing 999, simply type Amen. You will soon feel a sense of calm in the area. It's not just because things are simpler. Your capacity has grown, thus the weight remains constant. Unfortunately, your fortitude hasn't. Your earlier tiredness will now seem bearable. What was once drained will now bounce off your essence like dust. Your resilience has been surprisingly boosted by the angels. You would therefore not oppose the procedure. At the moment, you are impossible to deceive, faster to discern, slower to speak, and harder to break. Heaven's goal was to both benefit and prepare you. because the next step involves both receiving and keeping. And you're completely prepared right now. Simply type Amen to get the benediction 585. One more transition is required before entering the next holy level. Silence will provide the backdrop for a spiritual exchange. It won't be visible, but it will be felt. It may occur while you are alone, praying, walking, or doing something simple. Suddenly, the room's vibe will change. Your heart will beat quickly. It's possible that your skin will start to tingle. It is not dread. A divine energy discharge. Keep your cool during that period. Allow the angels to accomplish their duty. Distract yourself and stop chatting. Please accept. This is the final moment. This is the moment when your consciousness receives everything that has been prepared and assigned to it. Simply type Amen to obtain a 1000 benediction. The heavens are currently experiencing one final movement. Your name has been blessed with one last surge of divine energy. Despite having given their commands, the angels continue to observe. The events that follow will be reflected in the lives of individuals around you, as well as in spiritual writings. When you receive this message, you may feel an odd sense of calm, as if an invisible yet massive weight has been lifted from your bosom. That experience is genuine. It represents the end of the fight in spirit and the declaration of triumph on your behalf. Avoid looking for pyrotechnics. Do not expect a claim. This triumph is understated because it is sacred. To receive the blessing 369, simply write Amen. Some people will notice this alteration and attempt to revive you. They'll use nostalgia, remorse, and stories. However, the power that was formerly wielded over you is now rendered worthless, since the devastation inflicted by the collapse of heaven cannot be healed with human hands. The soul link has broken. The emotional draw has been deleted. You do not need to expand on your peacefulness. You are not compelled to explain your glowing appearance. The deities have spoken, and your affiliation provides the solution. You recently underwent a heavenly procedure aimed at removing whatever that could not follow you to your destiny. From this point forward, the experience will be one of recompense, not recovery. To gain blessing 111, simply type Amen. Everything you pray from this moment forward will be carried out differently. Heaven will no longer postpone your speech as it has in the past. Your request will bypass the queue. That's not favoritism. It's a sense of accomplishment. The 5 archangels requested your instant access, and heaven gave it. You'll notice it in the speed with which events start to shift. Doors that were previously closed can now glide open. Individuals who were previously distant will suddenly communicate with you without explanation. You do not realize the magnitude of this transition. You're riding it, and the wind propelling it is heavenly. To get the blessing 787, simply type Amen. In the near future, your name will be called in a chamber you have never been to. That mention will open up opportunities that no amount of hard effort could have earned. It will appear unjustified, but it is not. It is the most difficult seed that you were unaware you were planting. You silently extended generosity, strength that you showed in private. You silently guided faith. This is why people will perceive your climb as a magical feat. However, it was not a magical experience. It was in motion. Movement reminiscent of angels. Heaven has reported that you have moved from prepared to presented. Type Amen to receive blessing 246 in a few days, even if the world hasn't heard it yet. You will feel warm, as if a blanket is wrapped around your shoulders. Please do not become alarmed. That is not your imagination. It is the holy presence that rests physically on you. You are the one who confirms that you are being observed. Generate income. Helm. Claims. You no longer anticipate the arrival of paradise. Heaven is currently anticipating your arrival. The doors are unlocked. Your name is ablaze with divine light, and angels are watching. Avoid returning to the scenario that caused you damage. Avoid revisiting the events that attempted to eliminate you. Right now, the only option is to continue forward. To receive a 300 benediction, type Amen.